Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and I make pictures and stuff. It's been a hot minute since I did a voiceover, huh? Did you miss me? I missed you. So today I'm working on some little sticker designs of some of the characters from Spirited Away. And I'm just starting off by doing my line work with Dr. P.H. Martin's Indian ink in Hicarb black. And that's just on a teeny tiny brush from Curry's. I'm usually pretty hard on my inking brushes, so I go through them pretty quickly as a result, so I try not to spend too much money on it just because I know it's going to get pretty gunked up pretty quickly. But it could also just be one of those things, if I actually bought nicer brushes in the first place, that I wouldn't have to replace them as often. So I'm going to be doing 4 different Spirited Away characters in this little sticker set. I've got 3 little Soot Sprite friends, a big happy little no-face being, Otori-sama, who's the little duck friend up there, and a big ol' Haku. You'll be seeing him later, he's on a separate piece of paper. I really wanted to try to get a lot of personality into the characters, especially on this sheet. I really wanted like Otori-sama and No-Face to be very like round and being like, I just thought that would add a lot of fun to it. And even with the Soot Sprites, I wanted to have them really happy and dancing around with their little Competo. I thought that would be really cute and a lot of fun to do as well. And actually, preparing for this piece, I did do a lot of sketches of the Soot Sprites in all sorts of different positions, trying all sorts of different things before I settled on these 3. And now I'm starting to go in with my QoR Watercolor paints from Golden. These are my favorite watercolors. I really like the pigmentation in them. I just find the colors are always really vibrant and really gorgeous, but it is also really easy to layer them up as well, I find. So I really love that about them. They also reactivate really easily as well, I find. And you'll notice with No-Face and the Soot Sprites that I am laying down a few different colors, even just as the flat layer. I really wanted there to be like a nice, almost galaxy-like gradation to them. So because of that, I was using a combination of ultramarine blue, Payne's gray, and quinacridone purple. I thought that would just give it a really nice, tonal variation to the characters. I thought it would be a lot more interesting than just black. You'll also notice that I'm doing a lot of jumping around from character to character. That's just because I find it to be a better use of my time to put down a layer, and then while I let that dry, I'll move on to a different area of the painting. Or like whether it's multiple separate characters like this, or whether it's one giant painting. That is how I prefer to work. I also find it makes it easier to kind of gauge your color harmonies as well as your contrast, making sure that you're building up the layers together rather than doing them separately. And with a piece like this where I'm putting down like very heavy, like water heavy first layers, like on the Soot Sprites and on No-Face, there is a lot of water. It's very wet and it takes a long time to dry. I'm sure you could see as I was working on other areas that it was pooling quite a bit. So I find it working on other areas while that dries to be a really effective use of my time that way. That was kind of a weird explanation. I hope that made sense. Anyway, now I'm just going in with the colored pencils from Prismacolor Premier. I just wanted to kind of bring out a little bit more detail, a little bit more depth of color. Sometimes I find pencil crayons can really help give it that extra little push that you're looking for. It can really help bring out the details and things I can find. Now I'm also just going to bring out some highlights with my Signo Uni-Ball white gel pen. I really like this for smaller pieces like this. It's a lot easier than having to pull out like a big tub of ink and a brush and having to deal with that. I find it just really convenient. And this is probably my favorite white gel pen. I just find it really opaque. And as promised, here is the fourth and final sticker. Here is Haku, our water spirit. I'm really excited about how Haku turned out. I think he turned out so beautiful. I knew from the moment I started working on him that I wanted to make him a big holographic sticker. Actually, I kind of wish I'd gone a little bit bigger. The final sticker looks really fucking cool, but I wish it was bigger. But the holographic effect did turn out really, really well. You can see an example of that on my Instagram as well. I just thought that would add like a little extra magic to it, and I don't know, I was excited and it turned out really well, so I'm just really happy with it. And it's going to be a similar process here as well, where I'm starting off with the exact same ink, exact same brush, just doing the line work, and I'll be using the exact same paints from QoR as well. Spirited Away has always been one of my favorite movies of all time. You already know I'm a big fan of Miyazaki. I'm sure you saw that I also have a Kiki's Delivery Service video as well. If you haven't seen that yet, then you can go ahead and check it out. I'll put the little card thing here. I haven't done that before, but now's a great time to learn. But I still really vividly remember my first time watching Spirited Away. I was really young at the time. Like, this is when DVDs were first starting to become a thing. Like, we didn't even own a DVD player yet. Most people I know did not own a DVD player yet at that time. But my sister had just gone to Toronto for a convention, and when she came back, she had like a bootleg copy of Spirited Away that she had picked up in Chinatown, and it was on a DVD. So me and my family, so like we're a family of 5, and we all crowded onto my parents' bed to watch Spirited Away on my dad's like ancient dinosaur laptop, because it was on DVD and nobody owned a DVD player back then. But it has always been one of my favorite movies. Ever since I saw it, I was instantly in love. I just loved the design of it, the architecture, the character design. There's so many amazing personalities. Just looking at the designs of the characters, there's so much personality comes through them, and I think they're all so unique. So I really wanted to capture that in some of these sticker designs. And I always found Chihiro to be really relatable. And I admired her courage so much. It's such an important movie to me, and it just has such a special place in my heart. It's hard for me to really accurately describe how much I love this movie. There's just so much about it that keeps me coming back to it. I could watch it a million times and I would never get tired of it. Just always something new to see, something new to notice. There's so much love and care that went into the creation of that movie, and I hope I was able to bring some of that through in the designs that I did today. So without further ado, here are the final sticker designs. I'm so happy with how they all turned out. I just got them in the mail yesterday and they printed beautifully. And I will be debuting these at the Pretty Heroes and Toronto Sailor Moon celebration on June 16th and 17th at the Ontario Science Centre in Toronto. Hopefully I see you guys there. Thanks so much for watching and hanging out with me today, and I hope you guys have a great day.